So right now I'm inspecting a flipped home, and I want to show you guys some issues that came up even after the flip. Some things that the flippers weren't able to get to or maybe installed wrong. One thing I got to mention before we get started is that as a home inspector, I can't really show you exactly where the house is and what the address is and name off all the issues. So I'm going to leave off portions of this house, especially the outside, to kind of give some anonymity to this home. But I think it's worth it for the public to know other issues that you might encounter in a home that's flipped that may be kind of on a tight budget. Obviously, we had some water issues here. What I'm speculating is that the old water heater kind of blew up, sprayed a lot of water all over the place. And now these areas, I have to tell you that you have to get checked for mold. That issue up there is actually a little bit different. It doesn't fully fit the whole mold of everything else. So that issue could be stemming from a improperly sealed roof. And so that's why that's showing up there. While this issue might not get any worse, besides that there might be mold behind the wall, that issue could still be getting worse. And if we have a rain event, we might see more water damage the ceiling in the garage. Another issue, we got a little bit of calcium kind of showing up there. They got a lot of it off, but it's kind of a sign that in the past, this thing wasn't joined properly, and we might have to keep an eye out for that in the future. An inspection restriction that we have here, access to the attic space. And so the thing is that I have to set my ladder up like right here. And if I do that, I can't really safely get inside. I'm not allowed to really put my feet on stuff and start climbing up. It's also not safe to have the ladder set up here and to try to climb like that. Doing so will just push the ladder over. If possible, it'd be great if the seller could just move this out of the way. I'd be happy to get in there. Some of the things I saw though is that some of the flues or the roof penetrations did have some water standing on it, and so some attention to the roof is needed. We'll jump into this bathroom real fast. An issue we've got here, and this is really a code issue, and it'll become just a problematic finding for the buyer of this place, is that we're supposed to have 15 inches of distance between the center of this toilet, the left of it, and the right of it. And here we got that clearance, but here we do not. My assumption is that during the remodel, they just decided to put cabinets that's just too big, and now it's kind of intruding on that space. Home inspections aren't necessarily code inspections, although the code kind of influences a lot of the stuff that we say. This is kind of like situations that someone can live with, and if you want to move into this house, this isn't really a deal breaker. Two items you're going to pop into though is that when you try and sit in this toilet, you're going to bang your elbow on that every time, and you're kind of going to be off center, and kind of maybe creating some skid marks on the side of that bowl. And the second part is that you're going to have a hard time cleaning this, especially if kids do. They freaking pee everywhere, and that's going to be kind of gross trying to reach your arm back there, and your face is going to be right in that toilet. Another issue is that this exhaust fan doesn't turn on. Probably an easy fix. Another issue we ran into is that heating and cooling system doesn't turn on. There's a number of reasons that this could be caused by, and so an HVAC tech's going to be needed. I won't show you guys the HVAC system. I don't want to show the outside of the home. It's old, and so it's likely that they're going to need an HVAC evaluation to see how much life it's got left anyways. At this point, since it's not turning on, it really needs it. And this shower is okay. It's a little weird how wobbly this door is. And so I'll write that up, but it's not really the end of the world. Shower is all right. There's really nothing going wrong here. The one issue is that this bathroom isn't ventilated properly. We need to have either 3 square feet of window, or we need to have an exhaust fan. That window probably does not comply with the 3 square feet rule. This one certainly doesn't, I can tell you that. And the issue is that we're gonna have too much humidity build up in this bathroom, especially in the cold months when we take hot showers, and we don't want all that warm humidity condensing on the walls and then growing mold and stuff over time. Technically, you could open both windows, but I already know the homeowner's not gonna do that. There's a bedroom we're inspecting. This is all fine. I don't believe there's anything too crazy in there. If it was, it'd be in the report. Obviously, I'm not gonna list out every single thing written in the report. Here, these blinds don't really open properly. Not the end of the world. That's probably something a homeowner's gonna wanna know. Fireplace actually works just fine. I was able to turn that on, and it's actually working great, which is something I wasn't expecting. A lot more issues with the blinds. They won't really open properly. Sliding glass doors working fine. Fridge and freezer are working great. This all works great. One thing that I find goofy is that when you have the range hood, right? The kitchen exhaust, microwave exhaust, if you have the option to send exhaust gases out of the building, I recommend doing so. I think it's really just goofy to not take advantage of that because most homes don't have that. And so to put this in recirculation mode is just, I just think it's goofy. I would recommend that they make some adjustments and add a duct there. You have to change something small inside the range hood or the microwave in this case to kind of, you know, force the air out that way instead of getting recirculated this way. That's certainly a preference. They can kind of have either way. Garbage disposal's working fine. I think we have like one water stain sitting right there. It's doing fine today, so it probably won't be an issue in the future. Probably just during construction, they had a little bit of a hiccup there. So as far as the inside of the home, those are probably all the main issues that we saw. Naturally, a big part of the inspection is the outside. I certainly just don't want to give the house away. If you found this video helpful, drop me a comment below. If you would like me to inspect your home, please be sure to let me know and I'd be happy to do so. This is James, the First Home Inspectors. Talk to you soon.